Hi everyone. How is everybody doing? I'm just going to pop open to the comments screen so I can see everybody there. Welcome to the sixth Christmas Cup of Catchment cards. Yeah, I can't believe it. Can you, Jenna?
I can't.
It's like when I think back to that very first one in 2017. Which whenever I'm kind of preparing for this, I always watch like the one from last year, just to refresh the kind of stuff we do, even though I have notes and things. And then earlier in the week, I watched the beginning of the first one back in 2017, and it was so different because, of course, we used Hangouts then. Do you remember Google
Oh,
Hangouts?
yes. Google Hangouts. Yes.
So we're like switching between different screens as people are talking, but
Oh, God.
so welcome. I mean, there's already 60 people here, and we've only been live for like less than 2 minutes. So um, I'm not going to do
Yay.
the individual hellos to everybody, but just a collective hello and warm welcome to our annual Christmas Cuppa Catch-Up cards. And I was talking to Jen. I think it was last weekend when we was talking, or earlier in the week,
Hmm.
and we was just saying, weren't we, how um, we both look forward to this so much. And it's always fun for us and hopefully for people that come along as well. And we just wouldn't want to change it or do it any other way. It's just something that we both look forward to. And as Christmas approaches and we start to say, oh, are we doing our Christmas cuppa? And so thank you again for, like I always say it, but it's always from my heart. Thank you again for coming on and doing this with me because it just wouldn't be Christmas now without you here and doing this with me.
Oh, thank you so much. And, thank you for asking me the first time to do this together. And I have been just pleased as punch to do this every year with you, my friend. Like you said, it's not Christmas until we do our get together here.
It's not, is it?
Nope, nope.
and back then we were the new kids on the block.
We were. We were. And I know, well, first of all, I would like to say a hearty hello to everybody who is in the live. Welcome to old friends and new. I
Mm.
know I am not generally around very much. I'm an oldie, but I don't get around very much and online anymore. But hopefully, you know who I am and heard of me. And I pop into Herbert's Cave on occasion. But I'm thrilled to be here with everybody and to just be a part of the Hermit's Cave. OG OG here.
Yeah, and I will, if for anybody watching this back as well, I will put, after this is uploaded, I'll put all Jenna's info into the description box. And if there's a moderator here who would like to put a link to Jenna's channel, if you are new and you're not familiar with Jen, I just assume everybody knows you, Jen, because you've been around since I've been around, and therefore I just for me, you're somebody who has been on this journey with me the whole way. So
Yep.
okay.
They're
Oh, we've
already
got.
asking what we're drinking, Simon.
They're getting straight onto the booze.
Right, right. They know how this goes.
Do you want to show them what you just showed me?
Yeah, so I'll go first. For those of you who have been around in years past, I have retired the Santa's butthole. Yes,
Tragic, tragic.
tragic, I
It
know,
was a
but
sad year, the year that you retired Santa's butthole.
It's been 2 years now, so I have a new drink again this year. And this, let me grab it here. This delightful thing is a it's called Frosty the Snowman. And yes, that is a full size skull ice cube in there. So it's really hard to see because it doesn't float the way it
Oh,
should.
that was it. Yeah, I saw it
Yeah,
then.
can you kind of see the eyeballs there? There we go.
Yes, that's
So
cool.
so anyway, this is my drink. I have not even tried it yet, so I'm gonna try it now. But it's vanilla rum, peppermint schnapps, blue curacao, and then it's topped off with Sprite. So cheers.
Wow.
Let's see.
Cheers. The verdict.
Ooh, that's not bad. It's actually not as boozy tasting as I thought, which could be troublesome.
That's the thing, isn't it? When it's not boozy tasting, you tend to. Well, I do. I tend to drink it like I would. We call it pop over
Pop.
here. Yeah, I'm like, oh, it's just pop.
Yep.
My sister. Now, do you remember last year? I did a demonstration how to make a snowball with Advocar, lime, and lemonade, and the Morello cherry or the glacier cherry.
Yes, because that was my 70-mile trip for
That's
Advocar
right.
last year.
That's right. Well, my sister about 2 weeks ago said, "Have you tried Advocar with milk?" And I was like, "Oh, no." And she's like, "Seriously, it's a game changer." She says, "Obviously, don't use the lime because that will curdle the milk.
Right?
And instead of 1 part Advocar to 2 parts lemonade, it's half and half. So it's half Advocar and half milk. And then you just really mix it and stir it. Oh,
Uh,
it is amazing. And I was like, how have we lived for 50 plus years and not thought to add milk to Advocar? Or nobody's ever said, try it with milk. But the trouble is, just like we were saying, it's like a milkshake. So it just goes down really fast. But it is really, really nice.
well, I'm going to try that because I still have some Advocar. So,
From last year?
yeah, from last year.
Wow. That takes restraint. So, as you all know, I'm a huge Bailey's lover, and I managed to get the new limited edition tiramisu cocktail.
Ooh, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, well, last year's was Eton Mess, and it was a mess. It was pink, and it didn't even have a Baileys taste. It just had this really sweet, sickly taste.
Ooh.
But somebody who I work with, and you can see the colour is still the Baileys colour.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody I work with said it is absolutely delicious. So tiramisu cocktail. I'm gonna give it a shake.
Ooh. So we have people in the chat asking if you need to use cow's milk or can you do the Advocar milk with like oat milk or almond milk or something like
Yeah.
that.
My sister doesn't. She drinks cow's milk, so she said she found it better with whole milk. But I've had oat milk in mine, and it's lovely. So
Okay.
okay,
Oh, Sandra says she has an orange truffle one.
yeah, that's been out a while. Well, it keeps going and coming back like the coffee one does. I remember having orange truffle probably about 5 years ago, and it's really nice. It is really nice.
Ooh.
Terry Masu says L. So I've got it in my Bailey's glass as well. So cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, oh, that is nice. Oh, that is just like a blended down tiramisu.
Is it? Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, that is really nice. That might be my favourite of their flavoured ones that they do. What a shame it's limited edition. That is
I may
lovely.
have to run out today after this and go find some.
Caroline says Bailey's over ice cream is the best.
Uh,
Well, we used to get Bailey's flavoured ice cream over here. It was made by Haagen-Dazs, but I've not seen it for a few years now. But what's everybody
somebody
else
said,
drinking?
I was going to say Vintage Moon says equal part Bailey's, Kahlua, and Frangelico. It's called a Snickers. That sounds good. We're a bunch of drunks today. Yes. Yes.
I
yes,
doubt
yes,
you'll
yes.
find it now. They've sold out, says Sandra. I'm not quite sure which one they've sold out of, but Bailey's
all right, what's
cheesecake.
everybody drinking here?
Yeah, come on, tell us your poison for this festive.
Ooh, Blushing Nerd Tarot made a Bailey's cheesecake for Thanksgiving. Yum.
Sounds delicious, doesn't it? So
no, Robin, I am not making another 90-mile trip for Bailey's. Not doing it. No.
Yeah. If somebody if somebody in Australia can let Jenna know where she can buy the tiramisu Baileys, that would be a big help.
That's right. That's right. Thank God for Tarot Ellie for Ellie last year. She was the one who, here she is in a whole nother country, and she found me away here in California where the Advocar was. The only place, I swear to God, in the whole state.
But isn't that like the amazing awesomeness of our community that we're not just here for the tarot?
It is. I love. That's another thing I just absolutely love about this community. If you have a question, throw it out there, and the people will just jump on to help you. It's amazing. Whether it's tarot decks or gifts or drinks. Yeah. I just appreciate the helpfulness of the community. So that was really cool.
So tell us about your hat. I love your hat.
As y'all can see, I'm Jenna Jack today because we have our little Jack Skellington Christmas hat.
It's cool. It's really cool.
My Nightmare Before Christmas.
And you're somebody who I love around Samhain time to see all your Halloween goodies that you find. And you start really early getting stuff in, don't you, for Halloween? And this is like a mix now of Samhain and Yule coming together in your hat form. It's fab.
Yep, that is exactly it. I do. I start shopping for Samhain in like July.
Oh, Elizabeth is drinking Bailey's tiramisu, and I bought it on Stena Line, the boat ferry to Denmark.
Denmark. Wow.
All of the Baileys. I guess we're both going out to buy ourselves a bottle. We're enabling people to drink.
Oh, I love it. Robin says nothing blends better than tarot and alcohol.
I guess we have to put out the please drink sensibly, people.
Yes. Please do that.
So, festive treats. Have you got a festive treat as well to have with your drink?
I do. So what I have here is a piece of Stollen.
Oh, I love Stollen.
Yes, and this is a I got a gourmet Stollen, and it
Wow.
is imported from Germany.
Of
So
course.
I've really been getting into my German heritage and, Germanic foods, especially around the holidays here. So,
Yeah, I really, really love Stollen. I bought like a loaf, and it was quite expensive actually for what it was, but it lasted ages. You could just slice bits off it and
right,
nice bit
exactly.
of butter. So
Yep,
yeah,
exactly.
Stollen is
That's
beautiful.
that's that's exactly what this is. Here's the package where I cut my slice off the end. But yeah, yeah.
Wow. Is that almonds on the top?
It is. That's why it's considered gourmet because it's got all the almonds on the top.
I love panettone around Christmas. Yeah,
Oh.
panettone is nice. Well, you see, I butter my panettone because, and Anne Fort was in the chat the other week, and she was like, "What? You butter?" And I was like, anything like that. To me, it's kind of like a bread type. Even Madeira cake, I butter.
Well, I was going to say if you're buttering your panettone, then you're not buying a good quality panettone because
Oh.
because it should be very soft and moist and spongy. So you shouldn't need to add butter.
Maybe that's it then. Because I get mine from Lidl. Maybe I need to go to Waitrose for my panettone.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so.
So,
Ooh.
go on.
Tamaya is having toasted waffles with cream cheese and raspberry chipotle jam.
Wow.
Yum.
It's on the hot cross bun territory. Oh, they'll
Mm.
be out soon. Soon as Christmas is done, we'll start getting the
Mm.
Cadbury's cream eggs and the hot cross buns. So, my
Mm.
festive treat is every year I try, and I mentioned this last year, every year I try and find a variation of the mince pie because mince pies are the festive treat over here. And at Waitrose, which is what we consider to be a higher end grocery store, they're not huge supermarkets. They're usually quite small, and they're a little bit higher price stuff. But a famous TV chef over here, or baker, Heston Blumenthal, comes up with a different kind of one each year. And this year, it is pear and fig mince pies in triple cheese pastry. And I was like, the
Oh.
combination of the sweet and the savory, I've never had a mince pie in a cheese pastry, but this is a triple cheese pastry, and it's pear and figs, and it's by Heston for Waitrose.
Ooh.
But they're like little sausage rolls.
I was going to say they don't look like your usual mince pies that I
No,
see you with.
no, not at all. So I'm excited to
I'm
try
always
them.
I'm always excited about your mince pies and the various flavors you find every year.
Yeah, they had one. I think it was either last year or the year before, which had chocolate, and that was really unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can't get in it. I love Heston, says Calla. All
Raven
right, these are
Song
proving quite challenging.
Raven Song is making her mother's Christmas corn cookies with walnut honey filling. She passed. Raven's mom passed away in October, and
Oh, I'm
so
really
she's
sorry.
yeah. I'm so sorry, my love, but honoring her by making those those are the best memories. I love making my mom's cookies. Any of my mom's recipes always brings her right back to my heart. So
Yeah. See,
I'm
my mum would be like, "You're buying a mince pie? You're buying it?" Because she would bake them, and there was nothing nicer than they'd come out the oven. And even as a teenager or a kid, I'd be like, "Can I have one?" And she's like, "You've got to let them cool down, because these things are lethal when they're red hot. The stuff in the middle would
right.
just scald your tongue." So she'd be like, "Let them cool," and then she'd say, "Okay," and then she'd sprinkle them with powdered sugar, and they would, oh, that warm mince pie. Okay, so let's see what this is like. Pear and fig in a
Can you
triple cheese pastry.
put it? But I oh well, I was
No,
going to
no.
have you put it close to the camera so I could see what it kind of looked like there. Oh, it looks like it's in a puff pastry this time.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a savory rather than sweet,
Uh huh.
which I guess with it being a triple cheese, but yeah, it's
Right.
not. It's very different.
Okay.
Oh, that's strange. I think I like it.
Okay.
So, when you first bite into it, it's like biting into something from Greg's. It's got a very cheesy, savoury puff pastry, and then you're hit with the sweetness. But the first thing is the cheesy, savoury. It's like having two food groups merged into one.
So between 1 and 10, what would you give it?
It's strange. I think it's an acquired taste. It's certainly not my favourite of Heston's or Waitroses, but
Robin says, do you think it would be better if you microwaved it, if you warmed it slightly?
in the microwave.
Yeah, in the microwave.
Maybe. Okay. I don't know if I'd buy them again because I'm quite confused by the two different, the
by the
savoury and the
by
sweet.
the by the cheese flavor and then the sweet
Yeah.
filling, huh?
But I'm glad I've tried it. I need to finish it now so that I can.
Well, that's why we do these things, because you don't know until you try them.
This is true. But it's left a very, like, I don't know, it's made me feel quite dry, but I can't guzzle that. I should have had a glass of water or something.
I was going
Anyway,
to say, do you want to quickly dash and get a
I'll
couple
be
on
okay.
there?
I'll just have a little sip of. I'll have another little sip of my
Okay.
Baileys. So, how's your year been, Jenna?
Actually, this has been a good year for me. A really good year for me. Um, last year I started coming out of my period of grief. I've been
Mm-hmm.
grieving for several years the loss of my Andy. And last year I really started to live again. And this year I have doubled down on that, and really dug into my life, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it very much.
And this is also your first full year of retirement, isn't it? Because you
No,
retired.
no, I retired, and that's what I thought too. But
So,
I retired in August of 2020. So
oh
it
my
was,
goodness.
yeah, yeah. It was shortly after the pandemic started, So 21 was kind of 21 was a pivotal year because it was redefining who I am and what I want my life to look like, because work was no longer involved. So that part of my identity was gone. And it was like, well, now what do I do? You know? So I spent all of 21 working on figuring out who I am. And I really came into that, I think, in 2022. I've just continued to grow and develop into the person I want to be, you know?
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
that's great because I can remember our conversation in the last cup of catch up Christmas one, and you was getting to that point, and you were saying about how this year that's exactly what you wanted to do,
Mhm.
which is I mean before we came live we was chatting, and when you said 4 years, I was like 4 years, but then I do remember it clearly. It was, you know, the late of 2018. I was in Scotland, you know, when I heard the news and stuff, and
Yeah.
but you just think time. And like I say, I just thought this was your first year, full year being retired. I thought it was 2021 when you retired. So it's just crazy how quickly time goes, doesn't it?
Yes, exactly. And so I have enjoyed every single moment this year.
Good, good,
Mhm.
as you should.
Yep.
Um,
What about
so
you?
yeah, I mean, I guess if we go on to our card of the year, then I suppose we could talk about how you know how it's played out. Um, so mine was the death year. So for those of you who are probably thinking, what are they talking about? I always give a little bit of um, an explanation. So it's based on numerology. We all have a life path card, which is your birth date. So with mine being 1970, mine is the lovers. It condenses down to six. Anything 22 or below, you count 22 as the fool. But for your year ahead card, you put your birthday and month and the year that you're going into, and you add them all together. So in this case, 1 plus 5 plus 1. We don't obviously 8 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3. And this year, my card is temperance. Now, some people add the 1 and the 4 together and say, you know, it's temperance, but it's also the Hierophant. And that's fine too. I don't. I just tend to, you know, go with the number that comes below 22. So last year was a death year. And boy, has it been. And when I was preparing for last year's Cup of Catch Up and Cards, like I did today, you know, working out my card for the year, because it will generally go on. I think you worked out, Jenna, that every 7 years it flips or something like that, doesn't it?
Yes, every
So,
7 years you start over someplace else in the deck.
yeah. So I didn't know if that was how it was going to be this year or whatever. But I remember last year, around this time last year, working out and seeing that it was the death year. And we always say, you know, that death isn't necessarily talking about actual death. But I knew when I worked it out and saw that it was a death year that I needed to prepare myself. And at the time, this time last year, my mum was in hospital and she was ill. She wasn't at death's door, but you know we'd had 18 months of her health declining, and 10 days into the new year, January the 10th, she passed away, which was completely devastating. You know, she's the closest person in the world. You know, I'm not married anymore. I don't have biological children. You know, I'm not partnered, so you know, I didn't know grief like it, and it just, you know, knocked me for six. But the death card is always also about transitions and, you know, endings and new beginnings and change, and without going into it because it's personal, my mum's death, as devastating as that was the beginning of a chain of events that brought about a lot of endings and a lot of transition and a lot of healing from that transition and pain and hurt and everything else. But I've seen the death card play out throughout the whole year. I mean, we lost a beloved community member in Poppy. You know, as a nation, we lost the mother of our nation with the Queen this year. You know, it's really has been a death year, in however we interpret it, whether we interpret that as physical deaths or, you know, the death of something and the beginning of something else and how we respond to that. And it was just so strange when I saw this last year. I just knew, you know, how you just get that you need to prepare because this is happening. And as much as you kind of think, oh, I hope it's not, I just kind of knew. So the year for me has been a difficult one, and Jen, you will know this more than most. Your first year is always the year of firsts that you have to get through. You know,
Yes.
and this is going to be the first Christmas and everything else. So you adjust. Hi, Liz. I'm just saying hi because people might not see her because she's in Facebook. So nice to see you,
Oh,
Liz.
okay.
That's
Hi, Liz.
that's Liz from Lizian, who's got the crystal
Lizzie.
store. Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Um. So yeah. So it's been, you know, it's though that first year of first is it's always hard. First birthdays, first Mother's Day, first Christmas, and all that kind of stuff. It's you think you're doing all right, and then something happens. Or Facebook memories is something that I find really difficult through this year because, you know, things pop up because we did the same thing all the time. You know, holidays together to the seaside, and when the Christmas decorations go up, and I'm always there filming and taking pictures, and of course they pop up all the time in your timeline, and it kind of, you know, stops you dead in what you're doing, and you're having to deal with all the feels that brings up. But I know that in time, that sort of sharp intake of breath will be replaced with fondness, you know, for the memories that we created, you know. So yeah, so that was my year card. What did you say yours was?
Well, I think before we talk about my card of the year, um, because you and I have both um, felt the extreme uh, of grieving, you a loss of a parent and myself my loss of my partner. um, I would like to raise a toast to your mom, to my Andy, and we have several other people in the chat who have also lost loved ones this year. And I would like to propose a toast to our lost loved ones for this very difficult year past. So cheers to them and cheers to you for carrying on and keeping their memories alive. Here,
To
here.
memories. Thank you, Jenna. And that's why I decided to put my mum's picture there today because I wanted to first Christmas, just have her here, light a candle, and have her presents with us. Anyway, let's move on. Um,
I know it's hard. It's hard.
yeah, it
So
is.
I got the opposite end of the spectrum this year, which, you know, as you all know, grieving takes its time. So, thanks, Liz. Um, Grieving takes time. And my partner passed 4 years ago. But this year, I've really fully come out of my grief. And so I had a fool year. I had a year of the fool, and I didn't pull my card out of the deck because I forgot. But
Did you see me just doing it sneakily as well?
I was gonna say I should just come over here and go through my deck real quick and see if I can find the fool here. But in any case, I had a full year, and it was a good full year. It was a very good full year. I did things that I wanted to do. I had fun. Um, yeah, it was all about having fun, trying new things, new restaurants, new. I went back to the theater, saw some shows, tried lots of new recipes. Aha! I talked long enough to find it. So this is from, of course, my winter weight. Um, but yeah, I got the full, and I've definitely had a full year. Like I said, I've tried new things, I've done new things, and yeah, yeah,
You
it's been a
really embraced the fool's energy, haven't you? Just let's just go for this, Let's be
right.
carefree and just enjoy life.
That's right. And as is with the fool, some things work out, some things didn't work out real good. But I know that, and I wouldn't have
Yeah,
known it unless I tried it.
absolutely. Yeah. And
So,
what's that phrase? What is life? Uh, what is life if there's no risks or something like that? I can't remember the exact phrase now, but
oh, yeah, I can't
a life
remember it
without
either.
risk is no life at all. That was
There you
it.
go. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fab. So what's your year ahead card? And play along, everyone. Let us know your year ahead cards. Just add up your
So,
birthday and the next
yeah,
year.
I was going to say, is everybody put in what their cards of the year are yet? Nope, not yet. Okay. So, my card, I'm starting. I thought I would be the magician because I just had the fool. It's my 7 year cycle. So, I am starting over with the Hero Font.
Wow.
Yeah,
Going from the Fool to the Hierophant.
right? That's quite a jump, ain't it? That is quite a jump. So, yeah, we will see where this takes me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm
And do you
excited.
think, because for me as well, the Hierophant really embodies traditional kind of ways and teachings. Are you still developing your Buddhist practice
I
as well?
I was just gonna say, I think that's what it is. I all through 2022, I really struggled between witchcraft and Buddhism, and pairing the two together or whatever. And I finally came to the conclusion that I was going to fully embrace the Buddhist path, and I was going to, for the first time ever, actually put that first. I still have my witchcraft practice, but it is not to the same extent as my Buddhist practice has now become.
Wow.
And I am intending in 2023. on really diving in further. Now, I do not see priesthood in my future anywhere.
Really?
So don't get any ideas. I don't think that's going to happen. But they do have a specific ceremony where after you do it, you're like considered an official Buddhist. And I will be probably taking that sometime next year.
I was going to say, fast forward to Christmas CNC, year 7, and Jenna's ordained. You heard it here first. There's loads of people. We've got quite a few devil years coming up. Um,
Ooh,
yeah, quite a few devil years. And we've got the Sun, the Hermit. Vintage Moon is
Sandra's got the
also Hierophant.
moon,
Yeah.
Wheel of
Um,
Fortune.
oh, and Jonathan says, does it start on New Year's Day or your birthday? So it's your birthday, Jonathan, plus the year that you're going into. So mine is the 5th. And in the UK, we put the day before the month. But it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. The numbers still add up. But mine is the 15th of the 10th. And then the year that we're going into. And then you add them all together and 22 or below.
Yep.
Um,
We
and
get
hi,
the
Masha.
wheel,
Nice to see you as well. Masha's here. In fact, there's
the devil,
130 people here. So,
the
hello, everyone.
chariot. Yay! Thank you all so much for coming today. I'm stoked to see everybody here and have everybody participate with us. I love this. This is one of my favorite things about doing lives, the participation we
Absolutely.
get from everybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, as I mentioned, mine is temperance. And do you know what? I'm looking forward to a temperance year because I really need to embody that sort of mantra of everything in moderation. Because in terms of tarot decks, and I did my top 10 the other day, and I was surprised that I've acquired 78 decks this year. There's been 2 more since then, so that's 80. But quite a few have been sent, and so the ones I've actually spent has reduced significantly because I'm more selective now. I want to bring decks into my collection that, other than different variations of RWS, that are bringing something new. So I look at a deck that comes out now and I think, do I want it? What will it bring? What would I use it for that I'm not using other decks for? So I'm more selective in that way. But I found myself slipping into other things. So fountain pens recently.
I
And
noticed. Now, I haven't watched the videos, but I've noticed that you've had videos up about your fountain pens.
yeah, and I've always had a fountain pen, but I've had one on the go in the background, and I've always enjoyed fountain pens. And then I was in the bookshop and I saw this Lamy pen. I thought, oh, I need a new fountain pen. My other one had stopped working. It was a gift from Kelly Bear actually a few years ago, um, and it sent me down this rabbit hole. And then I got an empty box actually, from something else that came, and I thought, oh, I'll put some fountain pens in there. And I counted up, and I've got 28 fountain pens since August. And some of them, like my Benus, these are £100
Ooh,
a pen.
ooh.
And I'm thinking, hold on a minute, hold on, hold on, hold on. I can't write with 28 pens. I've got one coming that's a Christmas gift from somebody, but I thought, I can't write with 28 pens. I've got to stop this. And then I got a record player and I found myself buying vinyls again. Oh, my first album has got to be Like a Prayer because not Like a Prayer, Like a Virgin and True Blue because they were the albums that I got when I was a kid. And they're not what they were years ago. They're like £30 for a vinyl album.
Yeah, they're expensive now.
And I'm like, I've got to stop this sort of I mean, tarot is constant. That's not a new thing. But things like the fountain pens or the vinyls, it doesn't mean I've got to rush out and get all of them. So it's about having everything in moderation for me. And I really want next year to just to find that happy medium and that balance. I think it's nice to treat yourself and buy things that if you want it and you can afford it. But I want to get to the point of, do I actually need it? What am I buying it for? Can I see myself using it? And if not, then it doesn't have to be about the extremes, I think is what I'm saying. So,
I think that's terrific. I think that's terrific. Actually, that's also something that my Buddhist practice has taught me as well, because I am going through the tarot library and I'm cleaning out, and you would be surprised. For the
or
woman
not.
who said she was never getting rid of any decks, yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Mostly, I will say they are mostly mass market. Um, but there are a couple of self-published decks. There's a few in there, and a whole lot of books that no longer serve my purpose. So I
Mm.
want to pass these on. And there's a YouTube video coming of this huge declutter. So stay tuned, because
Ooh,
I am by no means done. I just kind of put it aside for the holidays. But
that'll be fun. I'm really looking forward to your tour as well. Because I know you're just kind of finishing things off and then you was on about doing a tour video. I love tour videos. And the last time I saw your witch house was not long after you moved in, and you had quite a task on your hand. So I'm really excited to see how it's coming on. I can remember when you cleared out the conservatory area, as we
yes,
call it.
a-
Yeah.
and I filled it. I cleared it out. I filled it up with stuff from inside the house. I put out to donate. Filled up that area again. Donated all the stuff, and now I've filled it up for a second time. Thank you, Susie. I've now filled it up for a second time, and when I get rid of that bunch, then I'll be done, and I'll be good to go. So, yep, yep.
Cool. All right. Are we ready for the Christmas box?
Ooh,
This is one of my favorite parts. I mean, it's all favorite, but I really enjoy this. So, if you're new here, this is how the Christmas box works. And this was taken from an old family tradition of mine, which is you write down onto a card two things: what you're looking forward to for this Christmas, and then what your hopes and dreams are for next year. And then we'd pull it into a box, and we would lock it away until the next Christmas. Then we'd take out the box and we'd read what we put and then talk about whether what we wanted actually came to fruition. I will say, and I think we discovered this a couple of years ago, a bit of a trigger warning. When we are talking about what our hopes and dreams were, particularly if it didn't happen or the Christmases didn't pan out as we thought they would, or there's some painful memories associated with that, this could be an activity that could be upsetting. So I just want to put that out there that, if that is the case, just sit back, and you don't have to take part. What we're going to do is I'm going to read out the 10 people that made it into the Christmas box from last year. If you are here and you want to say, yes, that is exactly what happened, or maybe it didn't, then you can. We have found in the past you don't always get the same people. There might just be one or two anyway. But if you are, then do. And then we'll ask for 10 new people which makes 12 because Jenna and I, as hosts, put ourselves into this as well, to tell us theirs, but don't put them yet because it will get missed. We will indicate the time for you to contribute. And what you have to do, we'll remind you after I've read these 12 out, is put the two things together. Otherwise, we can't keep up with it. So you must put what you're looking forward to for this Christmas and your hopes and dreams all in one message. Okay, when we say, and it will be the first 10 that Jenna sees. The reason why we do that is because I'm hosting. I see things different at different times, but what Jenna is seeing as an observer is the same as what you will see. But also, and we'll reiterate this when we get to the quiz, you will always see your comment first because you've got your device, and as soon as you get it, you might say, well, I was before that person. It doesn't work like that because you will always see your comment first. Other people, it takes a few seconds for it to land in everybody's. Anyway, that's a bit of a pre-ramble. So let's take out the cards for 2022 and then we'll go to 2021 and read out last year's. Are you happy for me to read yours, Jenna?
Go for it.
So, you was looking forward to celebrating family traditions last Christmas. And for your hopes and dreams, you wanted more acceptance and inclusivity within the world. So more acceptance and inclusivity in the world. How do you feel that that's played out for you?
Well, I did celebrate family traditions and I enjoyed it so much. I'm bringing it back again this year. I'm going to do the same thing. It was so wonderful. And, I think we have done some good work in bringing acceptance and inclusivity back into the world. But we still got more work to do. We got more work to do. But,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So mine was, I was hoping for less restrictions, allowing all of the family to come together. And we got that. We went live last year on the 18th, which was the week before Christmas. And It was very touch and go as whether more restrictions was going to be put in place. Well, actually, we was able to all come together as a family last Christmas, which made it very, very special. And my hopes was to go to the US and meet up with tarot peeps. So that didn't happen because of what happened. And I ended up going on holiday with my stepfather because he didn't want to go alone. And it wasn't the year for it. However, that's my aim for this year. It really is. So I don't know if Kim is here. Kim Moon Whisper. But if you are, Kim, you said you wanted to have a wonderful time with your son for Christmas. And for the year, you was hoping Newts isn't cancelled so she could see her friends. Well, you was at Newts, weren't you, Jenna?
I was at Newts, and it wasn't canceled. And it was wonderful.
I just got to laugh because Kella's put, Satan, are you going to California? I'll hide. Oh, dear.
That's too funny. Oh, my God. Robin's like, in my year, the devil, I'm collecting souls. I just saw that.
So Kim's there, and Kim said yes. So that's great.
Yes.
And then we've got Chris from Elemental Cartomancy. Now, Chris can't be here tonight. He's entertaining friends. But he said to spend some, in capital letters, time enjoying the moment, not worrying about the wedding. So Chris
Oh,
got married, didn't he,
yes.
in the new
Yes.
year?
Yes, he did.
Um, so he wanted to have some time not worrying about the wedding, which hopefully he got that. And he still wanted to meet tarot people. So he was hoping to meet tarot people. I don't know if he's achieved that. I don't think he has.
I don't think he has either.
No. He was looking at Glastonbury, but maybe this year. He's had a big year with his wedding and everything.
Yeah.
And then Elaine from Tarot Tats and Tea. I don't know if Elaine's here. She wanted to spend time with family and to see an end to coronavirus. Oh, I think we all
Well,
wanted that.
yeah. I don't think
And
we're going
then,
to get an absolute end,
no.
but
Okay, and then Tiny Trinkets Ange. She wanted to relax and spend quality time with loved ones. And overall clarity and inspirations, and do collaboration with tarot tubers. So that's Ange. And then Elizabeth. I'm sure I saw Elizabeth earlier. She said, thankful to be with family this year. And her hopes and dreams was wishing for new beginnings, leaving old habits behind. And then we had Jay Van Bow, to be in a new wonderful home with children and partner for Christmas. And hopes and dreams was to continue career growth and a new Oracle deck. I'd love to know if that happened.
yeah, really.
And then we had Debbie from Aquarius Owl. And
Debbie's
Debbie
in the
said,
chat.
is she? Hi,
Yep.
Debbie. So, Debbie, you said for Christmas you wanted to spend time with family. And then for the hopes and dreams, you wanted to see your son get engaged.
Ooh.
So,
Oh, Elizabeth. Elizabeth said yes. It planned out perfectly.
oh, brilliant. I thought I'd saw you earlier, so that's good. And then we've got M.A. the Grey. And M.A. said to make new traditions at Christmas and for hopes and dreams, spend more time with real life humans. I think that's because we'd come out of 2 years of online kind of interactions. Oh, there's Debbie.
Yes. They got engaged in February and just bought a house this week. And we have
Wow.
Card Voyage into Your Soul from Jay. That was Jay Van.
Oh, cool. My wish was
Didn't finish the
fulfilled.
Oracle deck. Yes.
But the fun continues into this year. So that's cool. I
Excellent.
love it when people are here.
Me
Um,
too.
Donna Thompson wanted a quiet and healthy Christmas with loved ones, and a major move into a new home was her hopes and dreams for the year.
MA just spoke too about hers. She forgot she was in the box. She said played out okay in its own special way. There you go. I love it.
Oh, okay. And then the last one was Patrice. So Patrice said, for Christmas to see more kindness, connection, and unity in the US over Christmas. And then the second one, I feel really guilty now, to meet Simon in New York.
Aww.
this year, Patrice, I promise, this year. Right, so shall we write ours then, and then we'll throw it open in a minute. So, Jenna, what's yours? What is your what you're looking forward to for Christmas?
I am looking forward to just having a nice, quiet Christmas in my home.
And then for your hopes and dreams for next year.
Hopes and dreams for next year. Man, I think the big word for next year is going to be change. Lots of change. Because there are so many topics between inclusivity, acceptance, racism, women's rights, autonomy over our own bodies. Um, I want to see communities unite. That's what I'm
Brilliant.
hoping for. United communities next year. Right, Baker? Baker
Love that.
agrees.
Love it. So, what am I hoping? My first one is similar to yours. I want peace, quiet, and a time to reflect. And then my hopes and dreams, I'm going to carry it over. I want to travel to New York and connect with people in real life. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. This is the year. Okay, are we ready to give the signal?
All right.
So,
I think.
the first 10 people to put both statements, what you're looking forward to this Christmas, your hopes and dreams for next year, that are first 10 that appear as Jenna sees them, and I will write them down and you will go into the Christmas box for next year.
Wow.
I've just seen it.
Holy cow. Holy roly moly. All right. Well, let me tell you, Malamer, she was ready. She was
Malamir.
ready.
Yeah.
So Malamer says this year she wants her spouse to return safely and to have a peaceful, fun time on her own.
Okay.
Because while he's off visiting, she's on her own.
Yeah.
And then
hopes
and dreams to have a year with genuine career blessings. And that's for her.
Fab. So
Okay.
Malamir is the first one in.
Yep. Then we have Vintage Moon.
Yeah.
And looking forward to happy times with family at Christmas.
I can hear an aeroplane.
Yep.
Yeah.
And hopes and dreams, house remodeling done. How she wants it.
Fab. That's Vintage Moon in the box.
All right. Then we got our Moon Whisper.
Moon.
And she's looking forward to having a fun time with Elle and Jen and the boys.
Yeah.
And then hopes and dreams is wishing for abundance to travel and adventures with friends.
Yep.
And making new friends.
Wonderful. That's Moon Whisper in the Christmas box.
All right, we got V Kestrel.
V Kestrel.
She's looking forward to not hosting Christmas this year. And her hopes and dreams are she's hoping to travel to the UK again.
Fab. That's V Kestrel in the box.
All right, we got Patsy T Intuitive.
Oh, hi, Patsy. So, Patsy T Intuitive. Yep.
Peace of mind and clarity for Christmas.
Yep.
And discovering who she is after finding something that blew her world apart.
Okay. Patsy T is in the box. How many is that? So we've got one, two, three, four, five.
5. We got 5, so we got 5 more to go. So
I've, you know what? Let me just grab another 2 cards because I only counted 10, and obviously we're in there. So 2 seconds. I can still talk to you because I've still got my earpods.
Okay.
All right. So that's another 2 cards. Okay, who's next?
Sandra.
Oh, Sandra. Spirit of Avalon. I nearly put Whispering Well. Spirit of Avalon. Yeah.
Okay, so Christmas spent with family. And then hopes and dreams. She is hoping for a move to her favorite place. I wonder where that could be, Sandra.
Liverpool. Okay.
Okay. So, okay. Elizabeth. She is hoping for a more positive energy.
Yeah.
And then she is looking forward to a joyful year and being thankful for the little things. Because she survived cancer.
Wow.
And cancer sucks. So we love that you're still here, Elizabeth, and you're well.
Absolutely. Oh, and Patrice is here saying, I want to meet Simon this year. We were just talking about that because we just read your card out, Patrice.
Excellent.
It's going to happen.
Okay. So, you ready?
Yep.
We got Trisha Wartooth.
Trisha Wartooth, yeah.
So she's looking forward to more space and quiet. not such a full-on Christmas.
Okay.
And then hopes and dreams is to get out more. To experience things and travel.
Excellent. 2 left.
All righty. Raven song.
Raven song.
Yep.
Yeah.
Peaceful letting go of the past.
Yeah.
And she wants success transition in 2023.
Excellent.
Our
And the
last one is going to be Andrea Louise.
Yeah.
And that's a good Christmas with my family.
Yeah.
And then hopes and dreams are planting her field with alpine trees, ALPEN.
Yeah.
And hoping her pet pigs don't eat them. When they're small, I bet you they're tasty morsels.
All right. So our 10 that are going into the box is Malamia, Vintage Moon, Kim Moon Whisper, V Kestrel, Patsy T, Sandra, Elizabeth, Trisha, Raven Song, and Andrea Louise. So they're going in 2022 into the Christmas box. This box will not be opened again now until me and Jenna are sat here next Christmas.
That's right.
So do come back. We'll see how they play out.
I know. I love to see when people from the previous year are in the chat and find out just what happened. Did you get what you asked for? You know?
Especially when they're saying, yeah, this played out perfectly. It's like, yay.
Yep. Oh, even Ange said that her wishes came true too.
Oh, brilliant. That's brilliant. Sandra said it's such a lovely idea. Yeah, it was always a favourite of ours to do it. You know, we were very much about tradition, so
Right.
it's nice that it's carried over.
Did we start doing the box in 2017?
I don't think so. Let me have a look.
I can't remember what year. I didn't think we started from the beginning.
We started in 2019.
19.
Yeah, 2019.
So this is our 4th year of the Christmas box.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. And now we're going to go on to the quiz.
Yay!
So, this is where all the kind of tension builds.
This is where it gets crazy.
Now, I'm going to read out the rules, and I'm also going to have a pen because this is what's happening, and I'll tell you about the prize. But it's 20 questions.
Prizes.
Sorry, prizes. 20 questions. Again, exactly the same rules that applied with the Christmas box applies to the Christmas quiz. It is the first person to answer correctly that Jenna sees as a viewer. Again, you will see yours first, but it doesn't mean that it's first. So, we will write down the name, and the person who gets the most answers right wins the prizes. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, Both Jenna and I send something to. Last year it was Chris, so it came to the UK. The year before, I think it was Jen, Phoenix, so it went to the US. And if we end up with, at the end of the 20 questions, two people that are level pegging, there will be a tie break question, and it's whoever answers it first.
We did have a tie break one year.
We did, and that was tense. So, the prizes, and I'm going to get my questions up ready as well. So, for my side, it is 4 tarot decks of the 4 seasons by Destiny. So it is Sakura Spring, Summer Holiday, Autumn Miss, and Winter Magic. Now these are unused decks. The seals have been taken off because I've done walkthroughs only, but they are brand new decks and retail around £210, looking at the what if you go to Etsy and cost them out. So that's the prize, the main prize for the quiz.
Well, holy shit, you don't need anything from me after that.
Of course we do.
Dang! This is the first year that I didn't know what the prize was before we went live. We didn't talk about that this year. Usually we have in previous years, but
Have we?
yeah, in previous years we've always talked about what our prizes were gonna be, but holy cow, yeah. Woo! Makes me wish I could play this game.
You know the answers.
I know. I would probably lose anyway because this is the hardest Christmas quiz that we have had to date. So be prepared. This is not going to be a walk in the park. Oh, I love you, Patrice. I got to spend some wonderful time with Patrice at Newt's, with she and her wife Bernetta, and it was wonderful. All right.
Okay.
We ready?
So, did you say you was going to put something in?
Well, I was going to offer up a deck of their choice off Amazon.
Okay. Shall we? Well, we can still do that. We can throw that into the mix.
We could do that.
Fab. All right. So, this is also our 4th year of doing it. So, in 2019, Gen 1. 2020, it was Elle. 2021, it was Chris. So, let's see who it is this year. So, the first correct answer that Jenna sees. The first question is probably the hardest question, I think. But how many Scrabble points for the word Christmas? How many Scrabble points for the word Christmas?
So, while I'm waiting for the right answer to come in, oh, dang, tiny trinkets. Ange got it.
Ange, well done. I just seen that appear.
Got it. Well done.
Wow. Okay. Well done, Ange.
Yep.
Question 2.
I got to tell you something funny. So, when we were doing the Christmas box, and Andrea Louise said she was planting alpine trees, she just said she didn't have her glasses on, and she meant aspen trees.
I need to remember to change that, otherwise I'm going to look really silly next year, aren't I?
No, I think I'm going to remember that. I think we should leave it alpines and remind That
was
way
like,
we're going
alpen
to remind
trees?
Andrea to put on her glasses.
Okay,
Oh
question
God.
2.
Uh,
What is Frosty the Snowman's nose made of? Frosty the Snowman's nose, what is it made of?
oh, that's what I thought everybody would say. Oh, Malamer! Malamer got it.
Malama got button?
Malamer got button.
Well done, Malama. So, question 3. An easy one. What should you do under the mistletoe?
Ange got it.
Oh, that's 2 for Ange.
2 for Ange.
You're getting them much quicker than me, so this is good.
Who is Juicy? Who is Juicy Wet?
Juicy wet? No idea.
I just, yeah. Hold on.
Els
We gotta-
put snog.
Yeah, we gotta. I just put them in a timeout. Bad bot. Bad bot.
Els says my internet is crap. Yeah, you've got to catch up, kiddo. Okay, question 4. How many candles should go on an Advent wreath? How many candles should go on an Advent wreath?
Do. Dang, Malmer's coming in hot.
Wow. So far, it's a
Yeah.
2-horse race.
Good job.
All right. Question 5. Which ocean is Christmas Island situated in? Which ocean is Christmas Island situated in?
Elle got it.
Elle's got it.
Holy cow. Yeah, Elle snuck in there. She got it.
In the game, Elle. In the game.
In the game, shit. It's in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah. Question 6. From which country does the tradition of the upside down Christmas tree originate? From which country does the tradition of the upside down Christmas tree originate? I didn't know this one.
Me neither. Ange got it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, Ange got it. Good job, man. Malamer and Ange, you're just the two of you.
I just seen Al get it as well. Poland.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Question 7. If you are born on Christmas Day, what's your star sign? I've got nothing's happening with the chat.
Susie got it. Susie got it.
Susie?
Susie Gemini.
Okay. I thought you were saying then that Susie was saying Gemini.
No, Susie said Capricorn.
Okay. All right. Question 8. The most popular toy of 1980 was actually designed by a professor of architecture in Budapest to teach his students about spatial awareness. What's the toy?
This one stumped me. Damn, Ella's on it.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Question 9. Which country is the largest exporter of Christmas trees? Which country is the largest exporter of Christmas trees?
Ooh, Debbie.
Debbie.
Aquarius Owl got it.
Actually, I would have gone with Norway, Andrea Louise.
According to
Question
Moon said Norway
10.
also.
Question 10 is which US president banned Christmas trees from the White House? Which US president banned Christmas trees from the White House?
Thank you, Lily.
Biden.
Biden. Yeah, no.
Oh, Ange.
Ange got it? No,
Yep.
no. V. Kestrel got it first. V got it first.
Oh, why isn't V appearing for me?
I don't know.
V
Are you
Kestrel.
on Top Chat or Live Chat?
I'm in StreamYard, so that might be why. Because I've got the questions on my screen. I'm not gonna show them. All right, so 11. And halfway point, we've got Ange with 3, Malamir with 2, Elle with 2, and then we've got Susie, Gemini, Debbie, and V. Kestrel.
Okay, so one of the things they asked was for the answers. So I'm going to go through real quick here. So, how many Scrabble points for the word Christmas? 16. Frosty's nose is made of a button. What do you do under the mistletoe? You kiss. How many candles go on an Advent wreath? 4. Which ocean is Christmas Island situated in? It's the Indian Ocean. The upside down Christmas tree comes from Poland. If you were born on Christmas Day, you are a Capricorn. The most popular toy in 1980s by the professor was a Rubik's Cube. The country's largest exporter of Christmas trees is Canada. And the president who banned Christmas trees was Theodore Roosevelt. And from this way forward, we'll give you the answers, so you all know what the answer is.
And we're at the halfway point.
Yeah,
that was really helpful.
Quick down there was helpful.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, question 11, second half. It's everything to play for. Balsam, Douglas, Fraser, and Noble are all types of what?
Okay. So, are we going for specific, or is just the one word good enough?
The one word's good enough.
Okay. In that case, Vintage Moon got the answer. Vintage Moon. We had down here was a Christmas tree, but a tree is trees are the acceptable
tree or
answer.
Trees. Because we don't have a tree called Christmas trees. It's just what we call it.
Yeah, it's a tree. Right.
Yeah. Question 12. In which author's novel is it always winter but never Christmas? In which author's novel is it always winter but never Christmas? We want the author.
Elle got it. Well, I should say, are we going to take Is the last name acceptable, or do we want the whole thing?
I can't see what else put.
Well,
All I can
that's
see.
why that's why I'm asking. Do you want them to have the whole name of the author, or is the last name sufficient? It's your call.
You're the adjudicator.
Okay, I'll give it to Elle because she said Lewis.
Okay.
She did say Lewis.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I'm sorry, V Kestrel actually had the CS, so I'm sorry, V, but
Okay,
ooh,
13 is which plant, often given at Christmas, has a bright red and green leaves and is sometimes known as the Christmas flower. Plant with
thanks
red and green leaves.
thanks for being Johnny on the spot there, Elle. That is going to be Susie Gemini.
Susie Gemini. That's 2 for Susie Gemini.
Hmm. And Elle just squashed a butt. She just hammered a butt. So
Now, this is an interesting one. 14 is what do traditional Ukrainians put on their Christmas tree for good luck? Traditional Ukrainians, what do they put on their Christmas trees for good luck?
I love that. Pickle, bread, feathers, oranges. Ange coming through. Ange has got it.
Ange, wow. How many is
Yeah,
that for
Ange
Ange?
has
One,
got it.
two.
Everybody's liking the oh
The pickle.
the pickle.
All right. An easy one now. So it'll just be whoever types it first, I guess. 15 is what colour are mistletoe berries? Mistletoe berries.
I screwed this one up too.
You were thinking of holly?
Ah, yep. And Malamer got it right.
Malamé?
Malamere.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, they are white.
Yep.
So 16. On what day of the week does Advent commence? On what day of the week does Advent commence?
Oh wow, we have a new winner here. Art C Soul. Actually, just put Layla. Laylah. She got
Layla.
it right, or they got it right with Sunday.
Fab. 17. Which Christmas product did Sir Henry Cole produce in 1843? What Christmas product did Sir Henry Cole produce in 1843?
By the way, mistletoe berries are white. And Ukrainians put a spider web in their tree for good luck. I was bad about giving answers. Uh-oh. Is my chat stuck?
I know, mine's not moving either.
Shit. We broke it. We broke them. They're all Googling. That's what they're doing.
Oh, here they come.
Yep. L1. It
L.
is Christmas cards. Christmas cards.
So this one
Everybody's
only...
internet just went down.
This one is one or the other. So be ready. 18. Iceland has 13 Santas that visit through December. True or false? Iceland has 13 Santas that visit through December. True or false?
Up and Ange is in.
Ange?
Ange is in. Yep, Ange. It is true, and they are called the Yule Lads.
Yep.
And it's a great story. Go look them up, the Yule Lads.
All right. Question 19. What ornaments do elves have on their shoes? What ornaments do elves have on their shoes?
Ange has got it again. Bells. Elves have bells on their shoes.
I don't think Ange can actually be beaten now. But the last question is, wassailing is the old tradition that is now more commonly known as what?
Ah! Calla Lizzie got it.
Calla.
Calla got it. It's caroling. It's caroling.
So I make that 6 to Ange. 3 for Malamia. And
wow.
1, 2, 3, 4 to L. And then the others are Susie Gemini got 2. And then we've got Artsy Soul got 1, Vintage Moon got 1, V Kestrel got 1, Debbie got 1, and Calla got 1. So Ange has won.
Yay, Ange! Woo!
So
Yay,
Ange,
Christmas!
what you need to do is, this is my email address. Drop me an email with your personal information, and I will get something out. Now, I will say they're going to be sent out in the new year because we've got postal strikes all over the Christmas period, and there is a huge backlog. Thousands of parcels just stood in sorting offices. So they will be sent out first week in the new year because that's when they say everything will be cleared. So I will send them out to you then. But congratulations and well done.
I'll be in touch.
That was fun.
I'll be in touch.
Yeah, and Jenna will be in touch regarding her giveaway prize as well. So, and well done to everybody else who took part as well. There's some, very...
Yeah, you guys are all such good sports. It's such good fun. And thank you everybody for participating.
All right, so the only thing left to do is a card pull. So I'm going to use the winter weight, the glitter winter weight.
Yay!
Which is in this gorgeous Kelly Bear pouch with a little ginger bread person on it.
I'm waiting on. Did you get this year's winter weight?
No, this is the one that came out last year.
Right. No, they have a new one up for pre-order for this year.
Yes, with the stars.
Yes. Yeah, did you get that?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I really love this. I mean, it's a chunky deck, but it's just so beautiful.
I know. And I love it too. I'm one of those. I got to collect them all now. I got to have them all.
It does get you like that though, because they're really good quality as well from Tarot Collectibles.
Yeah.
I love the sound that these make as well, because they've got a rough, glittery front. They make a
Yes.
gorgeous
Yeah.
shuffle
They're
sound.
wonderful decks. Um, yeah, go check out Tarot Collectibles for your holiday decks.
I need to put the chat
They
back on.
even have a Halloween deck, folks. Twisted Tarot Tales.
Yeah, and the dead weight is very
Oh,
creepy as
yes.
well.
The Dead Weight.
Pop the chat back on. All right, so
Okay.
a card for
What do
our
we got
Christmas
here?
period. Oh, that's a jumper. That is a jumper. I'm going to go. Oh, you couldn't ask for better, actually. We have the Six of Cups.
Oh.
And I mean, the first word that always pops into my head when I see this is nostalgia. And Christmas is nostalgic. You know, it's steeped on tradition. We've got lots of memories. We've just done the Christmas box where we're talking about, you know, things that we cherish and look forward to. But you know what? It also speaks to our inner child. And I think we should really, whatever situation we find ourselves in, we should really embrace this holiday period like we're 10 years of age again. You know, view it with magic and wonder. And also, you know, about that sort of goodwill to people, doing kind gestures. You know, I went for a walk this morning with my friend and the dogs, and we went into a coffee shop, as we do always. And the guy in front of us bought a coffee for the person. There was us, somebody in between us, and then the guy. And he said, "I'd like to pay for this man's drink." And this man was like, "Why?" And he's like, "I just like to do, you know, random acts of kindness," which we thought was just so nice, you know. And that's what Christmas is about as well. The magic of Christmas is just, you know, there's something in the air, and we should just treat people with kindness, and just be there, you know, for each other. But remember our inner child and that sense of awe and wonder and magic, and let's try and harness that this Christmas period. And yeah, you'll be creating memories for other Christmases as well.
I think that's absolutely terrific.
All right. Thank you, my friend. As always, it's been an absolute blast. Talking and making memories, that's another one we've just created right here.
Yep.
I really appreciate you and your friendship and for coming along. And I appreciate everybody, all 130 plus that was here, taking part, supporting. Even if you're not commenting and you're just here because you like tuning in, we appreciate you, you know. So
Absolutely.
I just have a lovely holiday period. And yeah, whatever it is for you, whatever Christmas turns out to be, just make the most of it.
That's it.
Yeah. Anything you want to say before we end, Jen?
I just want to say thank you to everybody for being here and partaking with us and having so much fun. This is a period I know Simon and I look forward to every year. And I just want to wish the happiest of holidays and the happiest of 2023 to everybody here. And let's make this a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. If you stay on at the end, Jen, I'll just finish off and have a chat with you. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Have a fantastic Christmas period, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.